Welcome to Ping 24. Updates. Your daily dose of what's happening around the world. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. News alerts flashed worldwide. Chinese Coast Guard uses water cannon on Philippine supply vessel. On board a small resupply boat, Filipino sailors braced against a torrent of high-pressure water, determined to deliver supplies to their outpost. The Chinese vessel, massive and imposing, tried to force them back, a clear act of intimidation. This was more than a maritime incident. It was a high-stakes confrontation, broadcast for the world to see. The Filipino crew, outmatched but resolute, refused to yield. The incident sent shockwaves through Manila and beyond, highlighting the South China Sea as a geopolitical flashpoint. In Manila, officials scrambled, citizens watched anxiously, and the nation felt the weight of great power rivalry. The Philippines, caught between China's economic might and its alliance with the U.S., faced a defining moment. The footage became a symbol: China's gray zone tactics versus Philippine defiance. For Manila, appeasement had reached its limit. The government realized it had to choose: stand firm or risk its sovereignty. The standoff at Second Thomas Shoal was the spark, transforming the Philippines from a bystander to a sought-after strategic partner in the Indo-Pacific. The world was watching, and Manila was ready to respond. Manila is now the epicenter of a global rivalry. Conversations about the West Philippine Sea echo from city cafes to coastal villages. The Philippines sits at a crossroads of trade and strategy, linking the Pacific and Indian Oceans. China claims nearly all of the South China Sea, a claim rejected internationally, putting Manila in direct opposition to Beijing. Filipino fisherfolk face harassment, and every patrol risks confrontation. The pressure has forced Manila to rethink its alliances and assert its sovereignty. For ordinary Filipinos, this struggle affects daily life and national pride. The mood has shifted from cautious engagement to defiance. This has opened the door to renewed partnerships with the U.S. and other democracies. Manila is no longer a passive player. It's shaping its own destiny in a region defined by superpower competition. The stakes have never been higher. At the heart of the standoff is the BRP Sierra Madre, a rusting World War II-era ship grounded on Second Thomas Shoal. It's not just a shipwreck, it's a symbol of Philippine sovereignty. A handful of Marines live aboard, enduring storms and isolation. Their mission simple: hold the line. Every resupply run is a lifeline and a statement of national will. For China, the ship is an obstacle. For Filipinos, it's a rallying cry. Beijing blockades the shoal, hoping the ship will collapse and the claim with it. But the Marines' presence is a daily act of defiance. The Sierra Madre's image has galvanized public opinion and stiffened Manila's resolve. It's a story of courage, standing firm with whatever you have. The ship embodies the Philippine spirit: sovereignty defended not by might, but by unwavering determination. China's aggression is about erasing this symbol, but for the Philippines, it's about never backing down. The world sees a rusty ship. Filipinos see a fortress of pride. The Sierra Madre endures, and so does the nation's resolve. China's approach to the Philippines has been twofold: economic incentives and maritime intimidation. Billions in promised investments aim to create dependency, while Chinese ships harassed Filipino vessels at sea. Water cannons, lasers, and constant pressure were meant to demoralize and normalize Chinese control. The government faced a dilemma: accept tempting loans with strings attached or risk sovereignty. But China's aggression at sea sparked public backlash, making its economic promises less attractive. The perception shifted. Beijing was seen as a coercive power, not a partner. Manila began to reconsider its reliance on China, awakening a stronger sense of national identity. The pressure meant to subdue the Philippines instead set the stage for a dramatic strategic pivot. Manila made a bold move, canceling major Chinese-funded infrastructure projects. Officially, it was due to financing delays, but the real message was clear: sovereignty comes first. Years of concern over debt traps and lack of transparency had reached a tipping point. Aggression in the West Philippine Sea made Chinese money politically untenable. The Philippines turned to allies like Japan and the US for investment, favoring quality and shared values. This shift was about more than funding. It was about aligning with partners who respect Philippine interests. The pivot sent a powerful message. Smaller nations can push back against superpower pressure. By diversifying partnerships, Manila built a more resilient, independent future. The world took notice. The Philippines was charting its own economic course. The Philippines' location is its greatest asset, and the reason for global attention. It anchors the first island chain, a barrier that limits China's naval reach into the Pacific. Its northern islands sit near Taiwan, making it vital in any regional conflict. Control here means control over key sea lanes and choke points. 1/3 of global shipping passes through the South China Sea. Disruption would be catastrophic. An allied Philippines keeps these lanes open and secure. For China, a neutral Philippines breaks the chain. For the US, alliance is non-negotiable. The country is not just a partner. It's the chessboard on which the region's future will be decided. Geography has made Manila the most wanted ally in the Indo-Pacific. The US-Philippines alliance is stronger than ever. Joint military exercises like Balikatan have expanded, now simulating high-end warfare and island defense. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement allows US forces access to key Philippine bases, especially near Taiwan and the South China Sea. This visible cooperation sends a clear message of deterrence to potential aggressors. The US has reaffirmed its defense commitments, covering attacks anywhere in the South China Sea. For Manila, this alliance modernizes its military and provides a crucial security backstop. For Washington, it's a strategic anchor in the Indo-Pacific. The partnership is now a true shoulder-to-shoulder alliance, ready for the challenges ahead. The spirit of Balikatan is real, two nations standing together for regional security. Japan has emerged as a vital partner for the Philippines. Once limited by its pacifist constitution, Japan now provides practical security support. It supplies patrol vessels and surveillance aircraft, boosting the Philippines' maritime capabilities. Training and maintenance ensure these assets are sustainable. The two nations have signed a reciprocal access agreement, paving the way for joint exercises. There's talk of trilateral cooperation with the US, forming a powerful democratic security network. Japan's approach is steady and empowering, focused on building Philippine strength, not dependency. This gives Manila more options and flexibility, balancing US deterrence with Japanese capacity building. The Philippines leverages both partnerships for a more resilient security strategy. Together, they form a bulwark for regional stability. The Philippines is no longer a passive pawn in the Indo-Pacific. Manila now makes independent strategic choices, standing firm in the West Philippine Sea, pivoting from Chinese dependence and strengthening alliances. This transformation inspires other Southeast Asian nations facing similar pressures. By diversifying partnerships, the Philippines proves there's an alternative to choosing sides. It balances economic engagement with China and firm defense of its sovereignty. This nuanced approach earns global respect and attracts new partners. The nation's agency is clear, from Marines on the Sierra Madre to diplomats in Manila. The Philippines is now the most wanted ally in Southeast Asia, strong, principled, and empowered. Its choices today will shape the future of peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific. Manila's path is its own, and the world is watching.